You'll always be home to me.
I hear the train coming, rolling round the bend. And I ain't seen sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Time keeps dragging on, but that train keeps rolling down to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. And when I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car, and they're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free, but those people keep moving. That's what tortures me. Oh, if they freed me from this prison and that railroad train was mine, I'd probably move it on a little farther down the line, far from Folsom Prison. That's where I want to stay. And I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Cause baby, now we've got it, blood. You know we used to be in love. So take a look what you've done. Cause baby, now we've got it, blood. Now we've got it, blood. So I don't think we can. You man really did. And baby, now we've got it, blood. Did you have to do this? I was thinking that you could be trusted. Did you have to ruin what was shiny? Now it's all rusted. past scars that look back from your night. So don't think it's in the past. These kind of words, they last and they last. Now did you think it all through? All
And we welcome you live. Southern National, 200 laps of the Southern National 200. I'm Terry Radford, like it is every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. This is Brad Kirby, the man behind the scenes, but I drug him to the forefront of it. My favorite Canadian, how are you?
Oh, I'm great, Terry. I have been looking forward to this race since we signed these guys. Southern National is going to be a heck of a ride tonight. Real short track, real fast speeds. You're in for a treat.
Last week's winner sits on the pole this time. Matt McGrath comes out here. He sets a blistering lap time to come to the front of this field. A little bit of an issue. He's starting to blink in and out, but we'll resolve that down the road. I'm sure he's going to be fast like he was last week. Took control of the race, went on, won it, never looked back once he got the lead.
Yeah, he really played the pit stops to his advantage last week, and I'm really excited to see what he can do this week.
Lap 100 is going to be the halfway point of the race, and it's also going to be a competition caution. The Southern National Raceway, smallest racetrack that we're potentially going to go to the entire season. And do we make it what it was last week, where it was just a bunch of high-octane racing and everybody wanted to bump and beat? Are we going to see that this week, or is it going to be more calm?
Well, Terry, I think this is almost a shorter version of what we saw last week. It's going to be some too wide racing. That top groove is going to come in to play, and I think it's going to be about saving tires in the corners tonight, really getting advantage to that lap 100 pit stop, and then you can really make the changes you need to win this race.
The biggest key to winning here tonight, if you had to put a finger on it, other than saving tires, how can you manage your way to the front if you're an Alex Borsing or a Jeff Hoggard or an Eric Doolittle? Who gets to the front? How do they make it work through the field?
You got to be patient here, Terry. Patience is key. I mean, towards the end, you're definitely going to start seeing guys get more aggressive as the laps wind down. But I have a feeling for the first 100 laps or so, this could be a pretty tame event.
Pretty tame. Too wide racing could happen here. Off the exit seems to be where it could go, and it could go really well. These drivers have been ready all week to tame this when they came off a very good start to the beginning of the season in the official kickoff race for the off-season modified tour here on Top Esports. Race number 2 about to happen, and short tracks and one road course mixed in for the entire season. It's going to make for a lot of good tempers, and we got told last week, Brad, that we could be seeing the front end of these machines get used a whole lot more. But the pace track's going to come down. Race 2 of the off-season modified series starts right now. Green flag's in the air.
And it looks like Matt's getting a little bit of a rough start there. Oh, the 33 gets into Matt, and we're going to have our first caution, Terry.
Caution, flag number 1, that would be Matt McGrath. I believe he had a bit of a blink right there, and it just sent him. Yes, he did. He ended up blinking going into the corner, got lost, and came back on the track sideways. Nowhere for the 33 to go, and there he went into the wall. Tough start for the 33, but he's fast. Do you see him working his way through the field at this racetrack to potentially get back up here and take the win?
Well, you said it, Terry. He had the second fastest qualifying lap tonight. And I'm guessing unless he got a little bit of suspension damage there, his car might be all right. It is a short track, obviously. We don't have to worry about aero here. And with all those bars on the sides of these cars, you're not going to get much damage on the body.
The 31 machine of Brad Carpenter will be your race leader in this green Bob's 31. Greg Freeman is going to be in the P number 2. This wonderful looking car celebrating the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tours. What we basically celebrating here every Saturday night. Ty Leclerc. That's how you say that one. Ty Leclerc is going to be 3rd. Caleb Shelton and Kyle Odenik. I hope I keep saying these right. I hope these drivers don't correct me and tell me that I'm wrong.
I think the season's long enough, Terry. I think we should be able to nail down some of these names by the end.
Yeah, the names are always difficult. I mean, Alabama math, and for those of you who are multitasking like I am right at this moment, we're going to call a race, and we're also going to keep an eye on what Alabama and Texas A&M are doing. As well, I've got a bet on this game, and well, I'm losing the bet. So come on, Bama.
So let's go Bama tonight. We don't want to see the Aggies winning.
You never want to see the Aggies win, even if it means rooting for the enemy. And yes, 31 is the control car. 6 or 00 is going to be the outside. Green flag's back in the air. 31's hard back on the gas. They're going to go 2 wide going into turn number 1 for the race lead. 33 gives a bump, but it's not going to help. There we go, side by side for the lead, all the way down into turn number 3.
Yeah, that 00 is really making that outside line work really early in this race, and they're staying side by side. This is a fantastic battle for first right now, and it's going on right through to 8th place by the looks of it here.
Yeah, big field, kind of panning the camera out a little bit to show the drone cam that you made for me, to show everybody what this racetrack can do when it comes from the bottom to the middle. This is the only place I actually have a win at in iRacing is right here at this racetrack. So I know just a little bit about how to get around this bull ring. As there's a car around, big crash in the back, starts with Jeff Hoggard. Take a replay here of what had happened. It just, let's see here. Bottleneck in front.
Yeah, that started a little ahead of him, Terry, by the looks of it, but he has some issues there being upside down, I'd say.
Take another look, and let's see if we can catch up to who the initial car was that had got into this issue. It didn't start with him. I believe it might have...
The 50 was involved in that in front of him, and he got into...
let's rewind this just a tad bit and see if we can get to our camera on what had started this one.
A few pink cars in here. We don't want to be wrong. So
the 50 got into the 60, and then he got into the 49 as well. But Alex is going to be able to scave in the Remax machine. He'll get his way back up to the 7th place position. But tough break right there. Cautions breed cautions. But how do you navigate yourself around this racetrack with a lot of power, but just not a lot of room to get around?
I was not expecting this, Terry. I said it would probably be pretty tame up to lap 100, but these guys are racing like it's lap 199 right now. They really got to be more conservative. I think they might have one fast repair in this series, but as far as the one that went upside down, like he would have to tow, so he's going to go a lap or two down. And a short track here, that's crucial laps that you're going to be going down.
Well, I tell you what, because we do actually have our top 3 man in the field. Let's go steal Ty for a second.
Yeah.
Tyler Cleric. It's Terry and Brad in the booth, man. What's up?
How are we?
We're doing fantastic. So the 33 machine's doing fantastic in the 3rd place position. We've seen 2 cautions so far to start this event. Do you see it taming down anytime soon?
Yeah, I do. I think everybody's just trying to get everything worked out, get the race pace going. I think once we get a flow going, we'll be fine.
Well, we're looking forward to talking to you the rest of the night. You'll be our in-race reporter since you're the only one here.
10-4.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, they're about to come out of 4 here to take the green flag again, Terry.
Yeah, green flag.
00 gets a great jump.
Yeah, gets a great jump here on the bottom. Car washing up. They're slipping and sliding all throughout the racetrack, showing the back view from what the leader sees in the rear view mirror in these Whelen modified machines. He's able to lead the lap. We're on lap number 17 of 200. Is it surprising to you that these cars are getting very loose on the bottom? Not a lot of grip, but how much are we going to see change throughout the race? We see the tire marks all the way there. Is it going to get darker as we progressively move on?
Some practice laps just preparing the cameras for this race, Terry, and I can tell you that this track will rubber up after 25-30 laps or so, and the bottom should come in better. I am actually very surprised myself that they're getting this loose on the bottom. I figured that's where you'd have the grip and the top would be a little more loose, but it seems to be the opposite right now.
we see here from my camera view up here in the broadcast booth. I'm trying to give, and I believe, Brad, you're trying to give this feel as well of actually being at these racetracks. We're going to the grassroots side of what NASCAR is and what NASCAR started out, which is these local short tracks that everybody loved, everybody wanted to be a part of. Well, here we are. Here's the view of the actual announcer, and for the next lap, I'm going to call it like we're actually calling it from one of the racetracks. 00 Greg Freeman takes the lead. He holds it. Brad Carpenter in P number 2. He's going to take the advantage on Ty Leclerc. Kyle is going to move his way up 2 positions into the 4th place spot. They round off the corner. It's going to be single file for the top 6 positions, and now there's a challenge for second. Battle for P number 2 as now he thinks twice. He goes back to the bottom, going into 3, side by side as the exit turn 4. Drag race down the start finish line. Here comes Ty. He's going for the position on Brad. He's going to clear him as he exits 2 down the back straightaway, and that's a whole lap of how you would hear it from a short track.
Yeah, you got a great run there on the bottom. He executed that move really well, and guys given a lot of respect now that this has started to kind of string itself out a little bit now, Terry.
Now, the lap down traffic could potentially be a problem. We go all the way back here to the 17. He can see the leader. He can see it. P17 right here can see, or P15 can see the leader in his rear view mirror. He has a little bit of damage. The fast repairs don't really happen. And you remember when Cody messaged us and told us about his parents coming out?
I sure do, Terry. I fondly remember that message. It was fantastic to get.
Well, here we are, and here's actually the view for your son, Cam Kitten. 1804, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to Top Esports. My name's Terry Radford. This is Brad Kirby, Tennessean Canadian. Make a pretty good broadcast team across the board. Your son's doing a fantastic job in the 9th place position. Current best time on the racetrack is a 13.7. He's one of the fastest cars on the racetrack as we speak at this very moment. Last lap, he came by at a 14.0. That's about 6th or 7th fastest at the moment, so he's doing a wonderful job on this racing surface in the 78 NOS machine, trying to work his way through the field. He's up 8 positions, Brad. He could be the sleeper.
You know, for 13 years old, I'm watching this kid's line every lap, and I got to say, when I was 13 playing, these games, I think it was NASCAR Racing 3 back then, I got to say my lines did not look this good. I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing out of this kid.
I'm very impressed as well. I mean, broadcaster or not, it's hard for me to hold a line. I don't really know how to do it. And now here we are. We're watching these kids come in and develop themselves through the iRacing ranks, whether it's modifieds, IndyCar, go into the NASCAR stuff of it, and they're able to hold such a wonderful line and get faster and progress their way when they get of age to potentially go race in the NASCAR Coca-Cola Series. Kids are starting young. I kind of wish I had iRacing back when I was 13.
Yeah, I know what you mean there, Terry. It seems like more and more kids are taking advantage of what iRacing is having to offer nowadays, and it's great though, because iRacing has really built a solid community around all of the racers, and to have a series like the Coca-Cola Series is just phenomenal, where you can see yourself actually on a live broadcast on TV, on a place like NBC Sports. It's pretty cool.
It is super cool to have yourself in a position to race in a spot that, hey, many people, thousands of people can come out and see you, and we're not the 1,000 a show out here on Top Esports. This is a work in progress. It's a development of us to work and see where we can take ourselves to. But I'm very proud of what's been going on here as we do have a battle for the lead. Ty told us he was going to come up here and race for it, Brad. And Greg Freeman has done a marvelous job just holding the bottom. He has painted his tires all the way down there against that, very torn up line. The paint here has kind of fell off. This track is old and gritty. He's holding it against somebody who's much faster than him. He's been able to do it. Is there any way he can keep him held off with the hard charge with lap 41 on the board?
Yeah, by the looks of it here, to me, Greg is sort of being a little more conservative on the wheel right now. He knows that it's only 20 some laps in now. I mean, it's, you're not going to win it right now. So if Ty does get the pass on him, I'm sure he's just going to let him go. But he doesn't want to just give it up at the same time, right? So he's putting down some great laps, and he's doing a good job holding Ty off. But Ty's also doing a fantastic job of running him down.
He is doing a fantastic job watching what's going on here. Just multiple different grooves ran around this racetrack, and they've painted the bottom. You see the leader go, Greg, he went just a little bit higher right there. He's not absolutely getting to the bottom like he was because he doesn't want to chop the nose off of somebody, but the lap traffic's going to play a big factor as the 33 got a tad bit loose there. 45 laps are on the board. The leader is catching lap traffic really, really fast. We'll look right here from the front pointed of his tire, right on the tip top of where the driver could just look out and get a bottle of water. There's lap traffic. How much can that hinder him here? Or do you think the lap traffic's going to be courteous and just go, hey, you're faster, let me move?
Well, they do have a pretty wide racetrack to move up. I am hoping that Matt will just kind of give way to the leaders here, but at the same time, he was the leader at one point in this race before now being in the back, so he might want to keep his lap. But again, we're so early into this race, Terry. It's almost not worth fighting these guys. You should just try and get your laps back after you lose it. And it looks like the 0-0 went into the wall there.
Leader tagged the wall. Just about to say that. Even the leader wants to get a Southern National stripe this evening. And, yeah, Mark moves out of the way. He shows the sign of respect to the lead cars. He knew what position it was because he won last week to just be respectful. He talked about that in his post-race interview, that there was a lack of respect last night or last week when it came to moving for people. Leaders coming and catching slower cars and nobody wanting to get out of the way. The respect shown in the real life world here in these modifieds, you know it better than I do. What's it like around the racetrack just to go, hey, that guy held me up and I'm going to punch you in the face?
Well, that's it, Terry. I mean, you keyed in on it there. It's a tour series, so these guys race almost day in, day out together. So, I mean, you have to go into the next week knowing that you might have did something to piss the guy off the week before, and you might be looking at some retribution. Now, last week wasn't too bad. I mean, there was some more or less racing incidents, but yeah, I would say this race has been better in terms of the respect going around lap cars and stuff. It hasn't been as tight, so congrats to these guys on learning from the first week for sure.
They've done a great job, and as they start to catch the lap down traffic, they're going to catch James Cura. He's right here in the 314, the DQ Blizzard, which, by the way, I absolutely love DQ. You get a free Blizzard every time you go fill out that little, survey thing on the bottom of it. Love them. They got this new one out. It's the Brownie Fudge. Marvelous. I'm sad that Canada doesn't have them.
Yeah, no, we do have Dairy Queens here, Terry.
Oh, just little things
That's
that I
true.
didn't know about.
Yeah, actually, my mom used to work at the one here in town, and I enjoyed free lunches almost daily when I worked across the street. So
78 has a problem that we talked about Cody, and I believe he
got into the wall there, Terry. I did see a little bit of the end of it, but a strange line to take into the pits there.
He took it. He got off the racetrack, showed a lot of respect to the leaders, and moved off. That's going to move him down.
314 into the wall in the backstretch now, too.
314.
Seems like the tires are really starting to go away here.
Yeah, he slid off the exit of the corner and couldn't make it happen. I was looking here for just a split second and trying to find the car number to the man right in front of him. That would be, it says the 73.
76? Looks like. I think the 76, Terry. Jared Audette, I believe.
That would be who it is. I read the numbers wrong. It said 73 on the top. But yes, that is the promo code for Rep Sports or Raise Energy. I actually have one right there. If I could see the back of it, I'd tell you the diecast.
It's JR Diecast.
JR Diecast is your promo code for 15% off at checkout. I'm actually drinking the White Peach again. Still my favorite one so far. And also, big thanks to 603 E-Wraps for coming on board, sponsoring this entire series, and making all of this possible for us. As we do, we have the longest green flag run we've had. Not to jinx anything, the lead's still heating up. It's 0.3 of a second. The next closest battle, the next closest to the leaders in general, is 4.1 seconds back, and that's going to be Brad Carpenter. He has fell off, got stuck up in a couple lap down cars, and now the battle for the lead is there. You see the 33, you see the 00. They're making some headway, and they're clicking some laps down real fast.
Yeah, I felt the 33 might have used his stuff up the last time he was trying to go around the 00 there, but seems he's making another good run at him here. I wouldn't be surprised if the 00 is now starting to feel the effects of those tires.
And you talk about the effects of the tires. These aren't Goodyears. These are Hoosier tires, and I'm not very familiar with Hoosier, but I know that they've been around for many, many years. A tire in many amazing series that NASCAR or not the off road, the other concrete and asphalt drivers use. It's a far difference between a Hoosier tire and a Goodyear tire. I mean, even Tony Stewart loves Hoosier better.
Popular make for all the short tracks, especially dirt racing. A lot of those guys are pretty much Hoosier exclusive. But yeah, I mean, the width of the tires too is a huge part of it. That's what creates all that grip in the corners and how low the car is. It's truly fantastic to watch. Oh, leaders too. This is only week 2 of this modified series. These guys will clean it up. This is a 22 race series. They're going to get their act together. Just as we talked about the respect of the lap cars, that had to happen though, Terry. It's kind of funny.
Well, we're inching closer too. We're about 20 laps away from the competition caution at lap 100. Do we see people potentially trying to save as much as they can, figure stuff out, and we'll see a different show?
Yeah, my thoughts have changed on this one, Terry. I have a feeling they're just going to go all out until lap 100 at this point, and whoever takes it, takes it. It's been interesting.
It has been interesting. 2 cautions so far. Number 50 is sideways.
Ooh.
Good save for Alex right there. He was able to get through the center of the corner, make his way back up to speed. I mean, he's sitting in 6th, and he's sideways the entire time around this racetrack. I could only imagine what being back into dirty air would produce for these cars.
Yeah, I'm surprised that you're not seeing a little bit of push going on right now, but they are really loose out here, and it must be a handful in there. I bet his hands are just going on that wheel.
It's been a tough showing for most of these drivers out here, to the point to where, you see just a little bit more aggression. You see just a tad bit more just frustration being brought out on this racing surface as we go high above this beautiful track. It's no bigger than a poot to come out here and race here.
Yeah, and I'm just so amazed every time we see this shot. iRacing does such a fantastic job on even the outsides of the tracks to make them look as realistic as possible. It's super cool, and that's why I enjoy doing these cameras every week.
We enjoy your cameras too, as you bring us all of the cams that we want. Here's the 50. He's just chugging along up to the front. We'll look back here a little further in the 60. This would be Matt Zaccardo.
Yeah, I believe he was our second place runner last week, actually, Terry. So good to see him up in the top 10 again this week.
Got a lot of new faces up front. Greg Freeman wasn't up front last week. Brad Carpenter was making his way up through the field. And as we inch closer, we are now 10 laps away from this competition caution. 4.7 second lead from Greg to Kyle. I'm sure that Greg and Brad are going to be very excited to see the lead shrink.
I think so, Terry. Greg is probably having a great time out there all by himself right now, but he knows that in about 9 laps from now, they're going to be getting a competition caution, and that's going to restack this whole field. It's going to bring some guys who are a lap down back onto the lead lap. I don't know how they're going to work the wave arounds in here, whether it's just going to be one or they might do anyone who's a lap down. But essentially, you're getting a whole field reset and a new race.
Get a second chance is what a lot of these guys are looking for. James Cura in the 314, he went a lap down. He has consistently just stayed in that position. He has stayed the 11th spot, 1 lap down. Now Kevin goes 1 down to the leader. Lap 94 on the board of 200. Now lap 95. These laps just click off so fast. It's like a blink and we're there.
Yeah, they're about 19, 20-second lap times, Terry. It's a real quick track.
It is a very quick lap around this racing surface. We're only 35 minutes into this, and they're already halfway to the finish. We'll see the caution flag come out. The fast repairs have not been a big help for most of these drivers here this evening, as we do have 4 cars out of the race. Jared is out, Cody's out, Jordan Davis Flint, Jeff Hoggard, they're all out of this event. You got 13 out there that are still competing, trying to get up there. Caution flag comes out. It's a big game changer.
Yeah, we're going to see the caution here come out in about 1 lap from now, Terry. You're going to see all these guys reset, rethink their strategy a little bit. Guys like Matt Zaccardo, guys like Alex Bonsignor back there, Eric Doolittle, Kyle Robillard, they're all going to get that shot to get this win tonight away from Greg Freeman, though Greg is looking mighty strong right now in that 0-0.
There is our caution. That is competition, which signals the halfway point of this race. While we are on the halfway point of this event, you're not going to miss a lap. We're going to take you side by side with HMG Innovations.
Yeah.
Welcome you back to what could have been carnage for Greg Freeman, as the 60 looks to have kept the lead. Greg decided to pit just a little bit later. Well, Greg makes slight contact with the lap down car of Eric Doolittle, and that smelled a lot of trouble for the leaders.
Yeah, that's going to definitely reshuffle this whole field here. Oh, we got the 50 down on the apron there, trying to get spun back around. Looks like we're having some issues here on the caution laps.
Having issues with the timing as well on who's going to be where in this evening.
Yeah, I'm showing 4 right now on the lead lap.
That would
got
be
Brad,
correct.
Matt, Kyle, and Greg right now on the lead lap.
So people have to get their laps back. I'm sure we are going to stay under the yellow flag until, people start flying around the racetrack to get their laps back that they never lost.
And it looks like Ty Leclerc made his way back out, Terry, as well, albeit maybe a couple laps down here, but we just had a crash, it looks like, Matt McGrath.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, green's out, Terry.
Green flag is out, and here goes the 31. Brad Carpenter holds the race lead. He came down pit lane on lap 103, a little bit different strategy than the rest of the field, 102, 101. He takes the front, takes the top spot. He's trying to pull away from Greg, who mired all the way back in the 5th place position. But Brad, you talked about fast cars always find their way to the front. Can he find his way back to the front?
I think so, Terry. It's going to be a little bit tougher. They have strung out already. He's got one fast modified. We haven't seen it in traffic yet, besides the lap cars, but this is faster traffic than obviously the lap cars are. I'm going to say Alex Bonsignor up there in the 3rd. He's got a really good spot right now, and he definitely gained some positions there after the pit.
He's already 3 seconds back behind the leader because of how the field shook out. Kyle's restarted at 2.5 seconds behind the leader. TKS Rampage, thank you for the subscription at Tier 1. We appreciate it. You would be subscription number 46 on this channel. We're getting ever so close to the 3,000 mark of live viewers. So thank you so much for all of the amazing subscriptions that has continuously went. If you're a fan of Alabama, please turn your eyes away from the TV and come watch us instead. Y'all's team sucks, especially in this game. No offense to Mama Vols, who's probably out there watching. Maybe even my wife. Hi, Mom and wife. Leader of the race, lap 115 is on the board, Brad. Big deal,
Brad
little
Carpenter. Oh, he's really pulling away with this. He's showing that being up front is where it matters and where it counts tonight. Seems like anybody who's getting up front of this pack has really been able to hold a strong lead.
Well, big deal, little deal that he has the lead, and Kyle's catching him. I'm not saying, yes, Bama is losing. He's there. It's 2.2 seconds in closing. It was originally at 2.5, and it just continuously goes down through the center of the corner and off the exit, especially off the exit of turn number 4, where you see the 31 get just a little bit loose. He goes a little bit more sideways than most, and his front brakes are starting to get a little bit redder than the rest of the field. Big deal, little deal.
Yeah, they are starting to glow red there for sure, and they're both taking different lines, which is pretty interesting. I see in 3 and 4, it looks like Odenick, is diving a little bit lower, and then in 1 and 2, he's about a lane up. So it's an interesting line to take, but it's working for him tonight.
It is working on him as he gets to the back bumper of the K9 modified. He got around him, the lap traffic not playing a big of a factor as it was before. 2110 Aggies are just on top of their heads, as my friend taught me at work. I guess on top of their heads means they're all over them. I didn't know that until today. So I appreciate the knowledge that they gave me. 21 trying to track down the 31, and the 31 is essentially on everybody's head right now, and just beating the tar out of them ever since the green flag has dropped. 2 long green flag runs so far. We saw the competition caution. Can we go green to the end now that we're strung out and it has now become a 13-car or 14-car field on here after some damage was fixed?
Yeah, I think what you're left with here after all the caution shakeups is any of the guys that really wanted to kind of give their respect on the racetrack tonight and just log laps. And you're seeing that with Brad Carpenter, obviously. He was in the background for a lot of the first 100 laps, and now he's taking the lead, and look what he's making out of it. He may make a win out of this tonight, Terry. But, Kyle's fast. Greg has found himself back in 3rd place now. He is also very quick tonight. it wouldn't surprise me to see him get up there and battle with 30, 40 laps to go for the lead.
We'll look from the chopper cam here as Mama Vols is starting to cry out in the chat. Roll Tide is getting rolled at the very moment. 2 seconds is a long time. You see, coming across the start-finish line into one, he's already exiting. He's on the back straightaway. So big time difference here. A whole straightaway ahead going into one corner while the other one's just now getting into it. We got 70 laps to go, Brad. Is there a potential way that you see 2 seconds being chopped down within a matter of laps to have a consistent battle for this race win?
A caution, Terry. I would have to say at this point, because yeah, it just seems like he's putting cars in between them almost every lap now. So you're having to deal with lap cars as the second place person to get around, and you're just losing time constantly now to the leader. But he has one fast ride tonight, and it wouldn't shock me if he put that thing into victory lane.
As you jinxed it, caution flag comes out. Jordan Davis Flint will be the man to bring this one out. We'll take a look at what had happened with him as it is going to show me. There's the 67. Well. He blows up on the top and goes down to the bottom of the racetrack. It called the yellow before he could tow out. Caution flag comes out on this one. This looks changes it all.
Your top two just pitted. Brad and Matt both just pitted in. And it looks like we're going tires on the 31 for sure, which makes that 21 now your race leader.
Kyle and Greg stay on the racetrack, and does tires mean anything here?
Terry, this will be interesting. I mean, they definitely matter for, 10, 20 laps, but you can see the fall off is pretty great after that. Again, though, we've only got 6 on the lead lap right now, so I would give all 6 really a shot for this win. Maybe give a slight advantage to the guys with tires, but being up front, we've seen is pretty much all the advantage you need.
It's a big advantage for these drivers as we now have 66 laps remaining on the racetrack. 21 takes the lead. Kyle Odenek, Greg Freeman, Alex how'd you say it?
Bonsignor.
Brad Carpenter, Matt Zaccardo, and yes, Zaccardo, and Caleb Shelton is your top 6. That are the lead lap machines racing for the win here at the Southern National 200. For those of you just joining, I'm Terry Radford. That's Brad Kirby. I'm happy today. I haven't felt good, but the Tennessee Volunteers had a good win today. It was a good day. Now I just need my Titans to do it.
I guess while we're under caution here, Terry, I just want to say that on Tuesdays and Wednesdays you can catch us at 8:30 p.m. as well on Top Esports.
Oh, big,
going green.
Big stack up right there as the 50 goes around. That should bring out the yellow flag.
We got 3 around back there, Terry.
3 around in the back. Green flag stays out. So as long as the green flag's out, we'll stay on the battle for the lead. Now caution's out. We'll go take a look at what happened here.
Oh. Yeah, we got Matt McGrath involved there. He's having a bad night.
Starts
after that win last week.
Up here with the 50 of Alex. Alex gets a good restart. He goes down to the bottom of the racetrack, knows that he wasn't going to make it there, and then just got down too low. And then it
put that left front right on the apron, Terry. Yep.
All went south for the 50, and is that bad enough damage? And now the 21's pitting. Is that a bold move?
I think he saw the tires being taken on the last pit stop, and I mean, you're pretty much going to equal up with those guys now. It's not a bad move to make now because he's going to be on an equal plane with the guys that did take tires, and I think it's only going to be Greg Freeman and Alex Bonsignor out there that have been on the original pit stops, and everybody else is taking tires now on the lead lap.
And for those of you who watched the stream on Wednesday for Bristol Dirt, I mentioned something about some gloves from Martin Sports, and we're gonna depending on the viewership, it's gonna be 3 pairs of gloves going out the door or 4. I have 10 sets that are gonna go around. If you tune into the stream, we'll have a code that you could put out there that'll enter you into the Martin Sports giveaway. It's going to be the race winner, a fan, and the driver who invites the most people to the stream. So we'll set a poll up. We'll get everything ready to go. You come in, tell me what driver sent you into the race, and try to help you get the passion for iRacing and maybe even listening to my beautiful voice. Who knows? As my wife tells me, it puts her to sleep 90% of the time, every time. So 2
Terry,
by 2 we go.
that is probably the coolest giveaway you've done on this channel, I must say. As a guy who has went off of this rig with a bunch of black stuff on his hands and red hands, you know, it would be nice to have a pair of gloves for sure. It does make a difference when you're racing for 200 laps.
I'll hold my comments to themselves. Pace lights are still on the truck. We added a lap to this one. I'm glad you're very excited. I hope you speak for a lot of other people. JK, I know you don't. 31.
Well, I mean, you know, I'll always get excited when you do a giveaway, Terry. I think it's only promoting our stream and making the community grow in a better way. And thanks for everything that you do for our channel, for sure, Terry.
God bless America, and God bless the troops, and God bless Canada. As we're about to go green, 31's hard back on the gas. Pace truck barely even got on pit lane to take 4 fresh tires himself. They're starting to wear out here. No, I don't want to become famous or want to buy your stupid followers, primes, or viewers. You can go elsewhere.
No bots on this channel.
No bots here. 31 takes the lead. Mom, if you're out there, get rid of that, please. The 31 holds it. P2 is about to be under fire as the 21 of Matt. He's trying to get Kyle's trying to take the spot from Matt.
And that allowed the 50 to get under Matt as well. Oh, no, he backed off. A great run there for Kyle. The tires are starting to show, those brand new tires he just put on there. Let's see if he can run down Brad now, who's also on newer tires.
Go in here and delete some messages. This is we don't buy things around here for channels. The big band hammer has been handed out. Battle for third starting to heat up as the 50 of Alex. He's working his way back to the front. Max Zaccardo in the number 60 is the next one in front of him. And Cam Kitten 1804 says, my husband and my child got me watching iRacing now, and I'm watching Cody. And I watch my hubby too. Well, thank you so much. Coming out to the stream means a lot to us, and we love that you did it. Caleb Shelton will be. And,
yeah, Greg Freeman looks like he was involved too there.
He was involved. 703 is, or 0703 is who we're looking at here. As he comes into one, man. A lot of people having issues right here off the exit of these corners. Oh,
there goes the 00.
Oh, Lord. And then the 703 gets caught up somewhere.
Oh, he blinked out.
We'll click down here and see what Greg Freeman did.
Yeah. He went spinning like a top there by the looks of it.
Like Top Esports.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
Drilled there. Oh.
He's like a pole at Peaches. Good stuff. Good stuff. And by the way, you can also catch Top Esports 2. You can click the link there. We've got a couple special promotions going to be happening on that one. We're going to do an after dark post-race show. 18 and up. You must have to have a parent's permission if you are under the age of 18. And yeah, it's going to be good times.
Yeah, it's going to be nice to just kind of let loose after being on a family-friendly channel and keeping it PG. You know, we want to be able to let drivers and stuff that may have been involved in some things that night, maybe some feuds that were happening that week, we want to let them, you know, air it out. And we're just going to talk just topics, just different things that we like talking about. It doesn't have to be always racing, but we have a fun time, that's for sure.
Fun time indeed. 150 laps are on the board here of to Hundo. Got Brad Carpenter, Kyle Odenik are going to be on your front row. 31 lagged back just a little bit on that restart, Brad. That was a little bit different strategy that he had right there, but the 21 of Kyle, he's starting to make some headway too. He wants that outside moving. Big wreck in the back.
All 314s around, yep.
Big wreck in the back. Matt
no
McGrath
no
caught
caution
in
there.
that one. Caution flag is out.
Yeah, Matt has not had any sort of a great race after coming off of that win last week. I think he's just going to want to forget this one.
Look here, everybody starts checking up in front. 00 gets in the back of the 314, and it just sends him up.
Yep, nowhere for Matt to go, and that's a rough one for the 002 too. I mean, he led close to 100 laps of this thing. He really had a shot at the win there, but obviously some circumstances now have prevented that. And it looks like he may be out for the night.
Big issues there, as now the current race leader is still this 31. He has done a marvelous job so far, Brad. He stayed out, comes down pit road, goes back to the front. He takes the lead. Is this the man to beat now that the 00's having just a little bit of issues?
Yeah, the top four, you could almost put a blanket under them. The top two, though, have just been a class of their own this last, 57 laps now. So I would put either my money on the 21 or the 31 to win this thing. I really think the 21 is going to, if he can get 5 green laps, he's going to put a big, tough challenge in on this 31 here.
I think he will put a tough challenge here if he can just get free and make his way to the front. This could set up to be one of the battles we saw last week, where caution flag comes out, everybody just gets aggressive, and we see right now we have 6 still on the lead lap, make that 5, as the pace lights are still on this truck. It's been a lot difficult for these guys to control the race. We haven't seen anybody but Brad and Greg Freeman control the pace of the race and make it their own. Now that the 21's to the outside of the 31 again, the 50's back there, the 60, the 10, the 64, they're all right there chomping at the bit. Could we see the front end being used with 40 laps remaining?
This is where it's going to count, Terry, as we come up to the green flag here. Bumpers will start being used for sure.
Big jump for the 31. 21 goes there, 60, 50. Those two went side by side for a second. 60 is going to move his way up to the P3 position. +2, +4, +4, +5, +10 for your top 5 from the start of the green flag. These drivers are really showing that this could be a passing racetrack. As you see here, they are battling for the lead, but Eric Doolittle is right here in this 10 machine. Brad, you're very familiar with the 10. He's trying to get his way up to the back bumper of that number 50. He's going to check down low, go into the corner. He can't make it stick, but we look here at what he just did. He set the move up a corner before he went to the next corner.
Yeah, that's what you have to do almost. You want to get that nice big run on the straightaway and then hopefully be able to dive it down under them in the corner. I really want to give a shout out to that 10. I mean, I hope I'm not sounding biased because I also use the number 10 here, but I mean, up 10 positions, that's pretty awesome, bro. He started 15th. He's now running 5th, battling for 4th. He's putting on a show tonight.
Yeah, just a little bit of bomb dude. How are you doing? What's up, buddy? Welcome to the off-season modified tour. The 10, a little biasness on your end. the 10's there, but hey, you know, it's your favorite number. You can do whatever you want. My preferable number is 3, and the 31's leading. I'm a big fan of the 3. He's doing a good job. He's progressively trying to find lanes. You see him work his way from the bottom to the middle, back to the bottom. He's trying to find different spots to get around the number 50. He's going to have to use the chrome horn at some point, right?
I feel like if he wants to get up to that 3rd position anytime soon, because they are just running away with this up there, he's going to have to put the bump and run on, I think, pretty soon.
He gets an excellent,
here we go. Yeah.
He gets an excellent run off the exit of these corners. I mean, he really is. He's launching off exit just fine, getting good speed down the straightaway, but he just can't seem to figure it out as we continuously chalk down laps. 170's on the board with 30 laps to go here in the Southern National 200. The 10's there. No battle for the lead. No major battles going on there. It's 0.4 of a second separate, or 0.2 of a second separates those. But this one's the real battle that we can see. They make slight contact. 50 goes up the racetrack. 10 gets a tad bit loose. This is some damn good racing.
Yeah, that 50 did not want to give up that third place spot. Good on the 10 there for being very respectful, waiting for his chance. When he saw that light at the end of the tunnel, he took it. And now he's got himself up into 4th position, up 11 spots in this race.
It's massive moving. Now the 31, the leader is under attack by Kyle Odenik. The 21's been able to sit to the outside. He's moving around. He's doing the same thing the 10 did, trying to set up different spots, different markers. Top 3 has pulled away from an entire straightaway as 175 when they cross the line goes up here on the board. We see the speeds progressing here. The last lap by 13.7. Caution flag comes out. I was setting it up. Alex Bonsignor is the bringer of the caution. Let's take a look at what happened to Alex. That's what happened to Alex.
And we talked about the bump and run, and it was our number 10 who did it too.
Send it and spin it. That's how you do it. That is how you do it. 10:50 goes around here. He made minimal contact with the wall.
Oh, our boy Cody. Oh no.
Oh man. Big checkup.
That's unfortunate.
I went back to him too quick. We jinx
We're getting
ourselves.
more incidents under caution tonight than we are under green flag.
we jinx ourselves. We put ourselves in a box every single time, and like this is what we do. So we put ourselves in the box, Brad.
Yes, sir. But one thing this does do is set up one heck of a finish tonight, I must say. We're going to have about 20 laps to go when this thing gets going again. And I don't know about you, but I'm excited for this. The hair on my arm is standing up right now. I know what's about to come. It's going to be pure excitement for the next 20 laps.
Well, I tell you what I'm very excited for. It's the fact that I'm looking over here at Podium 2, and they're actually going to rate us whenever they're done with their broadcast of the Midwest Sim Racing Association Premier Series Round 12. They just finished racing at the Charlotte Roval. Boyd Hogan was your winner there. They're about to rate over into us. So they're going to catch one hell of a show, and I'm excited for most of those guys to come in here and see what we can do.
Yeah, I mean, Podium is a whole nother level, Terry, as you know, and now you're kind of starting to do more things over on the Podium 2 side, which is great. I think cross promotion is just awesome, and if we can raid their channel and they can raid ours, I think it's just better for everybody all around and better for the community.
We talk about 20 laps to go here. Lap 179's on the board. 31, Brad Carpenter, Kyle Odenik. Kyle's going to beat him there. Kyle did one whale of a job getting through the gear. I believe these only do have one gear in these things, and he went. He shot like a rocket, 21-31 side by side. Can he make the outside stick, Brad?
I think so. Yeah, these guys use a 2-speed Saginaw transmission, actually, Terry. So yeah, you got 2 gears. Obviously, your second gear is your fast gear, but that outside, I am really shocked on how well that's working, because it really seemed like the low side of the corners were where guys wanted to be tonight. But I think this is the first pass I've seen executed well on the outside tonight.
He's hanging in tough on the outside. 21's actually going to lead that lap in the number 21. 31's going to fight back to the bottom in that.
Don't look now, the 64 is also making his way up. I know we haven't talked about him much.
We haven't talked about Tyler Catalano at all in that 64, but he's there. He's going to let them continuously battle and hope that they take one another out. 16 laps to go. It's going to be 15 when we cross the start-finish line here, and these laps are clicking off like a movie with David Hasselhoff in it.
Yeah, yes, sir, it does. I am amazed right now. Like, these guys have been battling since the green flag, side by side, not giving an inch. I mean, you could throw a blanket over the top 5, really, and this is some incredible racing, Terry. Like, not a bump, not anything right now. It's just been such clean racing up here.
A lot of clean racing going on. 21 makes it pass. He makes the pass, but he stays to the outside. Smart move or not. Are the tires going to wear down on the outside?
Not as much from what I've been seeing. It's more when you're running the inside closer to the apron. You're starting to wear those left sides quite a bit, but yeah, he's made that outside stick. Now he's probably going to move back down, see if he can get himself a little bit of a quicker lap, getting under Matt McGrath here. He's several laps down now, having quite a bad night.
What a battle for the lead, yeah. These guys out there in the chat talking about it. What a huge battle for the lead. Top fours right there. 31 makes a run. Here comes the 64.
64.
He's there to the bottom for P2. That's exactly what the 21 wants to see. Kyle, if he could get this battle going on with the 31 here, it's just going to let clean sailing go away for him, as Kyle is the fastest guy on the racetrack. He just ran a 13.8. Everybody else is running 13.9s. So what is he doing that's different than everybody else that's just showing the speed? And the 31 tries to do it. His caution flag comes out. It says Alex Borsing and Caleb Shelton are the recipients of caution flag. Oh, man. They just sent her on in there.
Yeah. To get back to that one, to our leader there, I believe Kyle actually pitted, was the lap 113, and Brad was lap 1. Yeah, okay. 139 and 132. Yeah, so Kyle definitely has the freshest set of tires out of the top two. But then you've got Tyler there, and I think that's where his speed's coming in, because he didn't pit until lap 158. So his tires are really, really fresh. He might be the guy to beat tonight.
For a 5-lap run, a 5-lap sprint to the finish, do we see this roll off and potentially become one of those where the 64's in the catbird seat, because he is on the freshest tires and he is going to start on the low side. If he gets a good run with the 21, we can see him put the bumper to him, and that could basically wipe it out.
It could, Terry. I'm very interested to see what they do. A lot of these guys under the top 5, they've been waiting patiently, waiting to make their moves. But I feel like with 5 laps to go, 4 laps to go, you're just not going to see that anymore. It's time to go. It's either going to be the 21 who wins, or it's going to be the guy who might give him the chrome bumper at the end of the day.
The chrome bumper could be the winner of this event, as we're 1 to green. When they come across the line, pace lights on that truck is going to go out, and we're going to see an incredible finish. There's going to be 4 laps to go when they come back. Green flag racing, the intensity's picking up. It hasn't stopped for the entire duration of this stream and of this race. I hate to say it, or I hate to ask it, does the intensity pick up more?
I'd be sweating right now if I were in the top 4. It's going to pick up big time. You can already see the 64 wants to stay on that 21 as close as he can.
Green flag's back in the air, and I'm sure the 21's hands aren't cooled with Martin Sports gloves. They're probably sweatier than Eminem at 8 Mile. Here goes the 21. He's going to take a good jump on the 31 of Brad Carpenter, but the 21 washes just a tad bit right here. We're going to see the 31 try to dive it down into the corner. 2 laps remaining here at the Southern National Raceway, coming down the back straightaway. This is the second to last time they're going to do it. 31's going to get there, but he's going to wash up the racetrack. 21's going to get the exit off. White flag's in the air. 1 to go. Caution flag before it comes out. Eric Doolittle, James Cura is the caution here. And, man, my heart was beating.
My gosh, I don't even know what to say to that, Terry. That was intense. It's too bad for that number 10 there. He had such a good run going on, but gets caught up there with the 314. Yeah, that's
Turned
all
him
she
into
wrote.
a blizzard.
Yeah, it might turn him into mean green, like it says on the back of his car there, I think, at the end of the day. I bet the Discord is going to light up after this race.
Light up like a Christmas tree in November. It's 21 holds the race lead. Before we go, we'll take it one more side-by-side here. We'll go take a look at Pink It Forward for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. ThomasPinkettFord.org, good sponsor of IVRL. It's the only place that I race every Monday night. Signature Esports has the call. It's twitch.tv/Signature Esports. You can find him on Facebook and YouTube as well under the Signature banner. And if you haven't heard that man's voice, he is phenomenal. Did 2 races with me on Top Esports this week, actually. Was a huge honor to have him on board for those shows, and hoping to get him for tonight or these night races on some modifieds. That would be to much delight to the fans at home.
Yeah, definitely a big shout out to Jason there. He does an excellent job, Terry. I would put him very close to the effort that you put in on a nightly basis, but you are the GOAT.
Green flag's back in the air. 31-21 are the top 2. 31's trying to give that nudge. 2 to go. Now the intensity. There's going to have to be a dive bomb here for the 31. He does make the dive bomb attempt. He's going to try to get to the back bumper, but he's pushing up. White flag's in the air. 1 to go. Sponsored by HMG Innovations. 21 goes around. Back straightaway for the final time. He goes down to the corner. Kyle Odnick coming out of turns 3 and 4. He will win the second race of the off-season modified tour. The Southern National 200 goes to the 21, 31 of Brad Carpenter, and the 60 of Matt, my favorite last name to say, Zaccardo, is rounding out your top 3.
What a great finish there.
Incredible finish for the drivers this evening. We'll wait to catch up with our winners here, but Brad, 200 laps around the Southern National Raceway. It was interesting, to say the least, at the fact that we had multiple cautions, but the cautions were justified. It was just short track racing at its finest.
That's it. I mean, it obviously was intense from the get-go. Would be the best word to use, because I mean, we thought the first 100 laps would just be, pretty calm, but these guys put on a show from lap 1 to lap 200, and even with the caution laps, they did a heck of a job tonight. Shout out to all these drivers in the modified series.
Leader pulls into victory lane. The 21, we're awaiting him to jump in and have a quick word with us. He actually is going to leave. Fireworks have been set off. We'll set you up for Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday evening, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, we are going to go live with the Graham Construction Xfinity Series. Had a kind of a brain fart there. And we will be doing a giveaway. Both nights will be for Martin Sports Gloves. You could come tune in. You can win yourself the free pair of gloves. And the more people you invite into the stream, and I'll open it up to this league. If this league too comes out, tunes in, say who invited you, we'll add you to it. And the person who invites the most people to come out and enjoy some great racing, we will give you a set of gloves. We'll catch up right here with the third place finisher, would be Matt Zaccardo. And Matt Zaccardo, it's Terry Radford and Brad Kirby in the booth. Man, what's up?
Oh, not much.
Well, you finished in the P3 position tonight. Anything you could have done to get yourself up there and win this race?
Probably not screw up my pit stops. I screwed both of them up. The first one, I don't even know what I did. I pit in the wrong spot and wasn't able to get back out and get 4 tires. So and then the second time I was too far ahead and didn't get backed up soon enough. So
well, this has been a challenging track all the way around. The fact that you saw multiple cautions out here, people racing close quarters, you had a front row seat to an amazing battle for the race win that ultimately came down to who had fresher tires. What was your vantage point there, and were you hoping that maybe they would have raced just a little bit dirtier to get yourself up there?
I think they had me covered, but yeah, I was hoping they would kind of get into each other so I could stay with them. I stayed with them there when I was in third for a while, and then my teammate there, Tyler, got me on the one restart, and I thought I was going to finish 4th, but ended up getting him back. I don't know. It was a good race to watch between the two of them, though.
We thought it was a fantastic race from our end. Any shout-outs for you this evening?
I got to thank my team, ZFG Esports. Tyler raced with me tonight, and Falone Trucking, Zeem Setup Shop, and Rocket Performance.
We appreciate what you did tonight. Congratulations on the P3 finish. And Brad, you have a very disappointed P2.
Yeah, Brad. How
Kyle.
how do you? Sorry. Yeah, Brad.
Oh, you got the race winner. I'm sorry. You have the race winner.
Oh,
P2
I do.
decided to
Oh.
skip on us. He was
Oh,
disappointed.
okay. Well, yeah, there we go. Well, that's even better now. Kyle, take us through the race there, start to finish. How you were able to just manage those tires, how you were able to just stay in the game that whole race with all the cautions going on, all the chaos around you, man, and you made it work and you came home with the win.
Yeah, I mean, I felt fast in the early first half, so I knew if I just stayed in safe on the strategy and kind of stuck with everyone else, I'd have a shot at the end, and it ended up working out for me.
Yeah, you had one fast modified tonight, I must say. Didn't look like Brad had anything for you there at the end either. Seemed like you were the one of the last guys to take tires too. Did you find that that was an advantage for you at the end, or?
Honestly, not really. I think Brad pitted like 10 laps before me. We had a short restart, and I kind of knew he was already up in third, so I knew I had to take tires because I had like 40 laps older tires than he did at that point. So I had to at least get on the same playing field as him and hope it worked out. And I took advantage of some late restarts, and I had to. I know Brad, and we're good buddies, and I knew I could race him pretty hard, and that's what I had to do on that restart.
Yeah, it was definitely some respectful racing out there between you two. Is there anybody you'd like to shout out tonight for your win?
Yeah, Jim Beaver Esports, all the guys over there, keep us going every week, and obviously a fistful of bourbons on the car. Definitely going to enjoy some of that tonight because winners get whiskey. So, yeah, it had a lot of fun.
Yeah, congratulations on the win tonight, man, and good luck throughout this whole season. Hopefully, we'll be talking again.
Yeah, thank you.
I actually have a question. This is Terry. Kyle, just quick here. Thank you, Podium 2, for the raid of 29. Welcome to the Podium 2 fans. Hope you enjoyed the Sim Max Cup Series. Boyd Hogan won it over there. Over here in the off-season modified tour, Kyle Odnick was your winner. You had a great battle on the outside, and you were the first person we actually saw jump to the outside and make a pass stick. What was going through your mind when you actually made that one stick? And was you like, whoa, man, I actually did something?
I kind of knew that it was either going to work or it really, really wasn't. And so I was just, like I said, I know Brad, he drives, he's a good racer and I like racing with him. So I knew I could race him hard, and I took my room and I kept him pinned down there as much as I could. And he kept coming back. He almost had me a couple of times, but I just stuck with it. And yeah, like I said, I knew the risk. I knew that if we touched at all, my race is over, but I was willing to take that risk.
Well, congratulations on your race win. And I will say this to the new fans as well that just came out there Tuesday night. Right here on Top Esports, we'll be doing a Martin Sports Glove giveaway. If you're a lucky fan out there in the race chat, just come out and chat. We'll have an exclamation point giveaway. You can walk away with a pair of Martin Sports gloves. I've got 10 pairs, and we're gonna give a pair of them away to you. A pair of them to the winner of the race, and a pair to a driver or a fan that has the most people come in and try to help build one of these smaller channels to become something to showcase the amazing talents of the Graham Construction Xfinity Series, the Beef Jerky Unlimited Truck Series, and the off-season modified tour, brought to you by 603 E-Wraps and Raise Energy. I appreciate every single one of you that tuned in tonight. Thank you to the raid from Podium. I'm Terry Radford. I was joined alongside Brad Kirby, my favorite Canadian. Have a great night. We look forward to seeing you Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, right here on this channel. Have a good, safe Sunday, and go